I mean, we can all tell you war stories of times in college where we just didn't think we were going to make it. I'm not kidding. But seriously, if you really love what you do and you work hard at it, you'll make it through in one piece.
What's your most memorable experience about working at NASA?
What's my most memorable experience about working at NASA? Well, you know, one thing about NASA I will say is that from the very beginning, and I've been here 14 years, working here is such an awesome experience because everybody here at NASA wants to be here. People like Andrew Knotts back there in the back, you know, he grew up wanting to work at NASA. You know, he just thought it would always be cool to work here. So, you know, everybody here wants to be here. And that's what's really cool about this place is you work with people that all really enjoy their jobs, you know, and love working in the space business. And so...
there's Robinot too. So I worked on the wire harnesses. I don't have a picture of it inside. And I also got to help design a fuse monitoring circuit. So that was in case of a current spike, the fuse would go off and it wouldn't hurt the rest of the components. It would just cut off right there. That was for protection for Robinot, of course. And that is my big accomplishment. I always think about that, like, I helped with something that is on space right now. I love that.
Let's see here, for me, my biggest accomplishment is pretty easy. I just got certified to be a flight controller. And you know, I told you guys I work in mission control. I'm a certified flight controller. You don't just walk in and first day they're like, all right, here you go, kid. It took me a year and a half, and sometimes it can take longer. And for that year and a half, you're just training and you're learning how your system works. And you're doing simulations where you walk in and it's 4 hours, sometimes a whole 8-hour day where they're just breaking the station on you. They got fires going on over here. The space station's tumbling in space, and you got to figure out how to keep the astronauts alive and how to not break the station and how to keep it flying. And you know, you'll walk out of that just like, oh man, that was a rough day. I just want to go to sleep, or just like, man, I'm not cut out for this job. No, but you learn. You know, you learn that way. And I remember when I finally passed my final, where they just threw the kitchen sink at me that day. And my boss came up to me and said, "Hey, congratulations, you passed. You're a flight controller." It was really exciting. And then I remember my first day where I actually got to work in mission control after being certified. And you know, the guy handing over to me, he just kind of turns to me and goes, "It's like, all right, she's flying at 17,500 miles an hour. Keep her between the ditches." And I was like, man, you know, like, I'm flying this thing. So that was pretty exciting. It was a pretty major accomplishment.